This video was made in collaboration with Narutopedia. For more information, check out the link in the description. Boruto Uzumaki's abilities from Boruto. Stemming from his two strong bloodlines, Boruto is a prodigy, regarded as able to accomplish anything he attempts in remarkably short periods of time. Having inherited his paternal grandfather's genius and his father's unpredictability, he scored at the top of his class during the Genin Exams and is viewed as well above the rest of his generation with chūnin-level prowess. As a Genin, Boruto is regarded as an elite who excels in all fields of combat. His prowess had proved crucial in defeating formidable opponents including Momoshiki, Urashiki, and the members of Chakra. His potential is also viewed as a potential threat to the Ōtsutsuki clan. Welcome to the Amagi. In today's video, we're going over Boruto Uzumaki's abilities. We're coming up on 1 million subscribers and we'd love to hit it before the end of the summer. So if you enjoy the video, please check if you're subscribed. YouTube sometimes unsubscribes users from channels, so even if you think you're subscribed, you might not be. The Amagi's reach stretches beyond just this channel, so if you're a fan of us, please consider subscribing to our other channels and following us on all our social media. Help us reach our goal of passing 100,000 followers on all of our accounts by the end of the year. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video. Chakra and physical prowess. As an Uzumaki, Boruto inherited a powerful life force. Like his father, he has very large chakra reserves, able to create 4 shadow clones even after most of his chakra was absorbed. Boruto also strongly inherited the power of the Ōtsutsuki, and due to possessing the blood of a Byakugan wielder, he could communicate with Momoshiki's deceased spirit. His chakra control is very advanced, able to perform one-handed seals and effectively use the Rasengan after a mere few days of training while instinctively improving on it. Also, in the anime, the snakes of Ryuchi Cave note Boruto has the potential for senjutsu, having passed trials that proved his strength of body and could handle natural energy. Boruto is noticeably fast, able to quickly get behind his opponents unnoticed. He's quite skilled in taijutsu, able to perform relentless assaults through coordinated strikes from each of his limbs. As a descendant of the Hyuga clan, he was taught the basic usage of the gentle fist, though without the Byakugan, he's unable to target an enemy's tenketsu. He also possesses considerable strength, able to launch strikes powerful enough to upturn the ground. Ninjutsu. Before entering the academy, Boruto could create multiple shadow clones, able to coordinate his attacks with his clones to perform chūnin if not Jōnin level maneuvers. Initially, Boruto required a line of sight distance for his clones to work and could only handle up to 3 clones. Later, he could handle creating dozens of clones regardless of position. Boruto later learned to create a small Rasengan between both hands under Konohamaru Sarutobi's guidance, and afterwards increased it to a normal size using a single hand. In the anime, he entered a temporal contract with Gaaraga, letting him summon the giant snake whenever he wishes. He can also perform cooperation ninjutsu and fuinjutsu, able to use both to restrict a person's movements and expand the might of this alongside fellow users. Boruto has some skill in kenjutsu, effectively wielding a new prototype chakra blade, and can efficiently wield half of Himarekare. Later, he proved proficient in wielding a standard katana as his preferred combat method. From training with Sasuke, he became very skilled in shuriken jutsu, able to change a weapon's trajectory mid-flight and coat his shuriken in lightning release. Ninjutsu, nature transformation. Boruto can perform multiple nature transformations, with lightning release as his affinity. As an academy student, Boruto could simultaneously perform lightning and wind release for maneuvers like the Boruto Stream. As a Genin, he learned water release, which he could use to perform techniques such as water release splash bullet. While first learning the Rasengan, he subconsciously applied lightning-natured chakra to it, wind in the novel, a feat most shinobi prodigies couldn't accomplish. Upon throwing the technique, the nature transformation abruptly activates, turning it invisible, and tricks the opponent into letting their guard down as sufficient damage is inflicted when it makes contact. In the anime, after training under Kakashi, Boruto learned how to perform the wind release Rasengan with aid of a shadow clone, uniquely able to launch it as a projectile. However, his wind release Rasengan is incomplete, lacking the power necessary to do much more in comparison to the normal Rasengan, as noted by Kakashi. Kāma. After defeating Momoshiki, Boruto's right hand was forcibly marked with a 4-point black diamond seal. Noted to have similar properties to Orochimaru's Juinjutsu, it is a genetic backup of the Ōtsutsuki, which subconsciously allows Boruto to access the powers of Momoshiki. Its very presence on Boruto makes him potentially able to surpass his father, Naruto, who is well considered the strongest shinobi in history. According to Ishiki, Boruto has a rare compatibility for the mark, which allowed him to instinctively develop and synchronize with it at an accelerated rate, and has progressed tremendously in the short time since obtaining the mark. Once activated, the mark stretches and expands to cover his entire arm and the right side of his face in a series of elegant lines. While doing so, it greatly boosts his physical parameters and also lets Boruto absorb virtually any ninjutsu or energy-based target. Also, Boruto can produce a dimensional portal to other realms. Originally, he could not access the mark willingly, and it takes a huge toll on his chakra, but was later taught how to more efficiently use it by Kawaki. Even without proper training, Boruto was eventually able to utilize more of the mark's power with little struggle, something that even Ishiki found surprising. Ishiki notes that Boruto's strong and healthy body being compatible with the mark will enable the God Tree to produce the highest quality chakra fruit. Despite its beneficial powers, the mark is in fact dangerous to Boruto's being, as gradually Boruto's entire being is being rewritten as Momoshiki, and will eventually become reborn as him. When drained of enough chakra or injured to the point of fainting, his Kāma will fully manifest Momoshiki's conscience and personality, allowing him to take control of Boruto's body and fight on his behalf, retaining access to Boruto's knowledge and skills. In this state, a flat horn protrudes from the side of Boruto's forehead, curving up and back slightly. This also causes his right eye to become a Byakugan. His physical strength and speed increase dramatically to such a degree that he could effortlessly destroy the mutated Boro's right arm and send his monstrous form crashing with a series of kicks. Momoshiki's manifestation gives access to flight and augments Boruto's techniques tremendously, able to unleash a massive Rasengan on the same scale as the parent and child Rasengan. Boruto's contact with Kawaki, who bears Ishiki's Kāma, created a resonance that accelerated the takeover rate of both vessels. Jōgan. At age 7, Boruto began to subconsciously activate the Jōgan in his right eye, prompted by a prophetic dream imparted by Toneri Ōtsutsuki and the appearance of Nue. Originally, the eye was only instinctively activated at times of great threats, as it remained dormant again for an extended period until facing Momoshiki. Later, however, by age 16, he was able to activate it at will. This dojutsu grants him the ability to detect things generally unseen by a normal eye. It can perceive the flow of chakra, enabling Boruto to see the visible changes in one's chakra and likewise track a target through its chakra. It can also determine the chakra pathway system and its key points, and see through the invisible barriers that connect dimensions. Intelligence. Despite his carefree nature, Boruto is a very keen-minded individual who excels at reading the situation and adapting to it. Not unlike his father, he shows noticeable ingenuity with the shadow clone technique for complex strategies. While preferring an overall more direct approach in battle, he is adept at various intricate misdirections and feints, which allowed him to get the better of Iwabi and even the likes of Momoshiki. He is also adept at exploiting flaws and weaknesses in both himself and other targets as key focuses in his plans. He is shown to be able to flawlessly solve advanced problems through his own methods. Inojin notes that he has a knack for this. Boruto is noticeably ahead of other students, ending as one of the top 3 in his school. Even more, he was the only student in his class to pass the written test of the graduation exams without cheating, getting a perfect score. Boruto is also effective in employing others' abilities in creating a strategy, making the most out of his allies' skills. His cunning in battle was even able to deceive and ultimately defeat Ao, a famed and veteran Jonin from Kirigakure, with decades of experience and powerful cybernetic weapons. Personality. Boruto is loud, energetic, and stubborn, not unlike his father, even possessing a verbal tic, datebasa, similar to Naruto's datebayo and his paternal grandmother's databane. However, compared to his father at his age, Boruto is more refined and crafty, seemingly knowing all the shortcuts, as well as more mature in knowing how the world works. Between the two, he is the more sarcastic. Unlike Naruto, Boruto doesn't yell what he feels, which is his biggest difference. Despite his laid-back attitude, he's very diligent. Conversely, Boruto's upbringing has also been different than that of his father's. Boruto's family is always there for them, and he likewise has many friends, and his acquisitions came easy and naturally to him from a combination of prodigious talents and nurturing parents. For these reasons, Boruto has a high opinion of himself and freely brags about his abilities. Still, his arrogance has made him put no value in teammates or teamwork, believing he can do anything on his own. He felt in achieving success as the main point of anything, even taking insincere shortcuts to do so, such as utilizing a cheat program to win at video games easily, or using the kote to create a facade of performing an advanced technique to earn his right to be Sasuke's disciple, and later swiftly resorting to the same device to defeat opponents when they seemed to have an upper hand. After seeing how selfish and amoral he was acting from resorting to such a tool, he gained a newfound respect for actual hard work. At the same time, he also earned a strong dislike of anyone relying on such advanced tools, relying that one should rely solely on their natural skill. Upon meeting Ao, however, he came to appreciate that tools, no matter how advanced, are not inherently good or bad, but merely a means to a goal that depends on its user. Also, upon seeing how such inventions could be used even upon small animals, he came to appreciate Katasuke Tono's work. Despite his arrogance, he does not look down on anyone and is very loyal to his friends. Without hesitation, he has repeatedly come to the aid of Denki when he was physically harmed. He also avoids confrontation or name-calling when someone is talking behind his back, completely ignoring the situation altogether unless his friends get hurt, which shows his maturity. Even when a friend was revealed to be an enemy, he remained determined to help bring them back from their dark path. He loves his mother and sister deeply, becoming indignant when either is hurt physically or emotionally. Despite loving his little sister, Boruto is terrified of her and promised he would never upset her again. Both Sasuke and Naruto commented that Boruto resembled each other when they were younger, and he had indeed displayed characteristics of both shinobi when they were younger, causing Naruto to state that his son is something entirely different from both of them. For example, he displayed Naruto's mischievous habits to get attention and Sasuke's desire for power even by using shortcuts. Similar to that of their parents, Boruto shares a complicated relationship with Sasuke's daughter, Sarada. The two are often at odds, with the young Uchiha valuing the Hokage post, while Boruto shows utter disdain for it. Despite this, Boruto cares for Sarada and her dream, as witnessed during the Chunin Exams, when he voiced his desire to win, not to diminish Sarada's progress to becoming Hokage. Overall, Boruto's unwavering loyalty to his friends have continually proven to be a strong influence to all around him, even noting that he has become the foundation for his friends as he's determined to keep them together. Boruto is also against sacrificing other people to ensure his own survival, as when Kawaki suggested he would implant the Kāma into someone else to create his own vessel, Boruto was against the idea. Even when Kawaki considered using Code, a fanatical worshipper of Ishiki Ōtsutsuki and a definite enemy to Boruto. Although Boruto loves his father and is overjoyed when they spend time together, their relationship has been strained ever since Naruto became the 7th Hokage. Because of the job's many responsibilities that prevent Naruto from being around all the time, it's led Boruto to feeling neglected and becoming resentful toward the Hokage title, only seeing it as a position that takes his father away from him and declaring it, aware that Naruto grew up as an orphan, as only fit for those with no loved ones. Eventually, after Boruto is exposed to the complications of his father's life, he finally understands and forgives his father's busy schedule and stops trying to take the easy options in life. While initially only wanting to know about his father's past so as to surpass his father, Boruto becomes genuinely curious about Naruto's history as he asks his father about his past, particularly about how he has come to become one of the strongest shinobi ever to live, despite being seemingly utterly hopeless in everything else. From his battle against Momoshiki Ōtsutsuki, Boruto ultimately came to see his father in a new light, both admiring his might as a shinobi, yet still having an equally selfless nature to protect the village. Afterward, he and Naruto were able to find more common ground and have a healthy relationship again, with Naruto agreeing to show up more often in person, while Boruto stopped demanding his father's time altogether, both openly pushing the other forward in their goals. Despite having let go of his anger towards Naruto and his disdain for the Kage title, even coming to respect his father and his great might as Hokage, Boruto plainly states that he has no intention to become Hokage. He opts to walk his own path instead, becoming a support for the Hokage, like how his master is. Boruto likes burgers, where he could rush to get a limited edition green chili hamburger on the last day it would be sold, and would sometimes carry burger discount coupons. He notes that his favorite dish is a yakisoba bun. Boruto also has a love for spicy food, having a greater tolerance for the flavor than his friends, who usually become sickened from it. He also appears to enjoy drawing a lot, while seemingly oblivious to his poor skill for it. Despite this, Sai noted Boruto had the potential to use Super Beast Scroll due to his passion for drawing. Boruto appears to be influenced by the famous movie character Kagemasa, as he mimics the hero's attitude while wearing a replica of the character's visor. As a teenager, Boruto's personality has changed in stark contrast to that when he was a child. He's very calm and composed, even when goaded about his father's fate. Boruto refers to his younger self as a brat who did not take being a ninja seriously, heavily implying that the older version of Boruto has changed drastically. Did you enjoy our video? Be sure to check out these other great videos from the Amagi, and make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.